Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Welcome back to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One, back at it again with Don and Philosophikal, ready for some football. Football season is upon us, fellas, man. Did y'all check out any of those college football games, man?
Oh, yeah. The Clemson Duke, my God. Colorado, TCU. What a game. North Carolina, South Carolina. Great first week of college football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have to say, Deion Sanders is for real. Colorado is for real. I wanted to see him. Wanted to see him against that first week. I wanted to see him against TCU. Wanted to see how they want to come out, and they came out firing. I loved it. I loved it.
I need to see what he does against Nebraska. Nebraska ain't no pushover.
Hey, listen, they got one more. They done matched last year's record, so he's already off to a good jump.
Right.
Yep. And he fired 90% of the staff.
He should have.
And everybody threw hot grease on him for making that move.
They were 1-11. What should you keep? You're 1-11.
Nothing. Yep. I'm not even keeping the equipment manager. You probably was the one responsible. You probably didn't have wash jerseys right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So hey, they had to be doing something wrong to be 1-11. So yeah,
it was a lot of something.
Yep.
Yeah,
75 new players.
Yeah. Hey man, you got a clean house.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. Transfer pool was wide open. He took some players. So, hey, man, and Travis Hunter, the truth. I mean, a two-way player. And I love what Deion did. I don't know if he's going to be a two-way player every game, but I know for the big games, he's going to have him playing because he needs him. This was a big game, so he had the kid out there playing receiver, 100 yards receiver, defensive back. The best play of the game that he made wasn't an interception, which was fantastic, as I'm going to say. But the play where the TCU running back had like a 75-yard run, and he was headed for the end zone. And this kid ran him down and slowed him up enough to get tackled. And then 4 plays later is when he caught the interception. That play, stopping that touchdown, was huge.
That puts him in the Heisman run right there. I mean, he's a game changer on every side of the ball.
Yes, sir.
And Travis Hunter reminds you a little Deion, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, reminds you a little Deion.
Yeah.
I have nothing but pure excitement because not just for Deion, but just for the players that went to the portal, took a chance, because we don't hear about the horror stories. And when I say the horror stories, I'm talking about you sit back in Alabama and you sit on the bench for 1 year.
Right.
And now you scared to transfer because the way that the old system was set up, if you transfer, you had to sit out to another year.
Yeah.
So you had to hope that the coach likes you and said, hey, I'm going to get you in a game. And they held you hostage the whole daggone time. And that's the reason why they had like stacked rosters like that. And these kids was in purgatory. I hate to say it like that. And the only people that was getting rich was the coaches.
Yep. And the coach can leave and go to another school and coach the next year.
And
got paid. And it was like, you looked at Alabama. Alabama had Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, all on the same team.
Talk about it. But imagine if they would have went somewhere else and spread the love.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: when you cannot tell me there was a coach in college football that wanted him to win. Nobody. Hey, let's talk about it. Georgia, Michigan, Alabama. Oh, my fault. Let's talk about his where he graduated from. Oh,
Florida State. That's right. He cleared that up. Cleared that up. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not an alumni. I didn't graduate from
Florida State, Ohio, Penn State,
Jackson State.
Yeah, those schools did not want him to win because it meant one thing. All them young players that was watching, they said, "Hey, we believe."
Yep.
We believe.
We want to be a part of that. Yeah, we want to be a part of that. We want to have our at on the back of our jersey. We want the self-promotion. But you know what's even greater? Not just the fact that he's recruiting players, but he's recruiting great coaches there. Right? He's got the Kent State head coach as his offensive coordinator. And then he's building up coaches. He's taking the coaches that were at and the SWAC, right? Not just at Jackson State, but the other coaches on the SWAC teams, and he's bringing them up to Colorado to learn. Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, this is phenomenal what he's doing, and I don't think he gets enough credit and enough respect for it because, he's a showman. He's always been a showman. Since he told you he created the primetime character to promote and make money to build his mama a house. He created that character. And you know what? That character is still out there promoting.
No doubt. Hey, let's talk about the other half. Let's talk about the free mentorship that he gives because every NFL player wants to come there. You got the Warren Sapps, the Shady McCoy, you got the Ed Reed. And when they come down and talk to these young men, they just don't coach those for them the short time. They develop a mentorship program for them, whereas though those kids are calling Ed Reed like before big games, and Ed is talking to them how to do preparation. Shady McCoy teaching the running back how to watch film the week before a game.
Yeah, but check this out.
Warren Sapp teaching these guys how to do the swim move.
What did you tell me? You told me that his son spent time with Tom Brady, right?
All summer, and it showed.
Yeah, I mean that's phenomenal, dude. I remember when he was at Jackson State, Troy Aikman came to talk to the players, That's huge. You know what I mean? I mean, some coaches in college football, they think that's too much. The players don't deserve it. But I'm like, that's the point. Most of these players go and play college football to make it to the NFL. That is the ultimate goal. Why not help them get to that goal? Why not build this mentorship for them? Why not help them promote themselves? That's the point of this. I hate this whole old school football style of their what do they call them? The type of athletes, educational athletes. I forget what the term
student
is.
Athletes.
The student athletes.
Call it what it is, Marvin. They're athletes / students because guess what?
Exactly.
That coach gets paid money. That school gets paid money. That booster gets paid money.
Exactly. It's NFL, such a ridiculous term. I couldn't remember NFL, it.
But them TV deals. Them TV deals are huge. Everybody's making money off these kids.
They're not student athletes. They're not student athletes. Period. So, they're getting something out of it. They're getting a scholarship. But you know what?
They didn't want to pay them. They didn't want to pay them.
Yeah, but they don't want, it's not just paying them. They didn't want to let them get the opportunity to promote themselves and earn money off it, which is totally wrong. Right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I get not giving them a salary. I get,
but they can promote
I know
the
a lot
players.
of people. I know a lot of people going to disagree with me on this. Like salaries and things like that. I think compensation comes in the form of scholarship, and room and board and things of that nature. But that's my own opinion about that. But the fact that you telling me that they can't promote themselves, they can't sign autographs and make money off it, they can't go to the local car company and promote the car dealership just by using their name. Come on, you can't tell them they can't do that. That's wrong.
Yeah. And they want to keep them in the box and keep them struggling, because when you keep them in the box, keep them struggling, that's how you get that 4 years out of them.
Exactly.
Things of that nature. And I don't believe, and don't get me wrong, I do not believe that there is a high school kid that can transition straight to the NFL. It's just not going to happen. That's a grown man sport. It's violent, and you have to build your body and mind up to that point. And I think college is the great transition in order to do that. But I think that while you're doing that transition, you should be properly compensated, because the school is making sure that they're properly compensated. And I think it should be an even split across the board.
Absolutely.
Off your name.
Exactly. Off your name, off your likeness and image. Yep. Yeah,
my mama gave me that name.
Yeah, exactly. But look, like I feel that I got to bring this up. My LSU Tigers. I mean, damn. And I thought they had Florida State on the ropes. They had multiple opportunities, scoring opportunities, and they win for it on fourth down for no damn reason early in the game. And they allow the game to get out of hand. And special teams, the punt returner. See, I don't blame that punt returner. I blame the coach, because you should have somebody else out there that can handle these punts. This was a problem last year. Now it's going into this year. You still got a guy that's, muffing the punts. You still haven't secured that position. A lot of people forget about special teams, but that is a huge part of the game. Cost you games.
Yep.
Cost y'all big too, man. Because y'all dropped down 9 slots.
Wide receiver dropping passes. The quarterback
number 14 now.
Yeah.
Down 9 slots. That's crazy.
Brutal schedule coming.
Yeah. Well, brutal schedule every year. SEC team. It is what it is.
You got to win early.
You got to win early. But you see how Alabama does it, right? They put a cupcake first on the schedule.
Up front.
They put the cupcakes up front.
Hey, but let's talk about that, Mob, because a lot of people saying, well, Alabama. I said, nobody watched that game. Nobody watched that game. Everybody was watching the big games. And just because you're a big team don't necessarily mean that people going to tune in. Colorado is sold out for the whole year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the most important seat, I tell everybody, is not the hot seats and the hot butts in the seats, because they can only fit 53,000 in that stadium, 53 close to 54. But their viewership is through the roof.
Yeah, but check this out. That was TCU stadium.
Yeah,
they were at TCU and they sold out. Yeah. That's the Dion effect. And you're right, Colorado, they're sold out for the season. There's a lot of hype behind the team. But yeah, man, Alabama does this every year. They set themselves up nicely. They use the cupcake as a preseason game to get their players right, which I think is smart. I would do it.
But Texas ain't no pushover.
Texas ain't no push. They got Texas this week.
Well, yeah, but they got their team filled out. They played a cupcake. Okay, let's work this out. Oh, you don't look good out there. We're gonna go with the backup. Now we're ready for Texas. Whereas everybody else, Texas, LSU, they got tough games the first week. So Nick Saban, he's looking at the long game, man. And I respect it.
The long game. But he got Texas. Then he got a break, and then he got Ole Miss. Then he got a break. Then he got Texas A&M. Then he got a little break. Then he got Tennessee. Hey, and then he bumped with y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With y'all in November, so y'all gotta get ready.
You see how you keep saying he got a big one, then he got a break, then he got a big one. He know what he doing.
It's strategitic.
It's strategic.
And nobody gonna call him on it either.
No. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. But all right, fellas, let's transition over to the NFL, man. You know why we here. We're gonna make our picks. You know how we do. And we're gonna call you out when you make a bold pick, a clown pick, as we normally do. Now let's go on and give Phil his credit. He did win the season predictions last season. He came from the bottom.
I got a late start. My winning percentage was high, but I got a late start.
Well, let's give him credit.
I give him credit.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
He put all his money on the Jags. He put all his money on the Jags, and they kept winning. When I kept picking against the Jags, they kept winning.
Kept losing.
Yeah, I kept losing. It was mainly the Jags that screwed me over. I never figured Tennessee would lose 7 straight games.
Oof.
I didn't think Malik Willis was that bad. Hopefully, he's better this season.
Hopefully, yeah.
He really disappointed me. I thought he was going to add like a Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts type of game to the Titans. Or maybe he could. Maybe the offensive coordinator just to put him in position to succeed there. But I was very disappointed in him.
Yeah, maybe wasn't prepared.
Maybe so. He damn sure didn't look like he was prepared.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's off big. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, let's start it off.
Set the stage.
Let's set the stage. All right. So we got the Thursday night game. First game of the season, man. We got the Chiefs, Super Bowl champion Chiefs at home against the Lions. The Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites. Who you got?
I got the Chiefs here, but I don't think they'll cover the 6.5. I think it's gonna be very close. It's a very close game. Of course, Super Bowl champs, first game. I think it's going to be some struggles first week. But when you have Patrick Mahomes, I do think this Chris Jones thing is going to be telling. We're gonna see how that defense looks. First week with Chris Jones holding out. There were talks today that they offered him a contract. He wants 2 years, $65 million fully guaranteed. They offered him 2 years, $52 million. So I think he will get signed before probably week 3 or 4. But him holding out this week is going to be a telling sign how that defense reacts. They got Patrick Mahomes. They got some second-year wide receivers. So, but I'm still going to pick the Chiefs here. I think it'll be close. I don't think they'll cover the 6 points. I think it'll be a 3-point score. Chiefs.
Jeez, okay. Don, who you got?
Man, I'm going to tell you like this. Chris Jones not being on that field is crucial. And I know he at home wishing, I don't need y'all to like have it like the first to 45 win. I need y'all the first to 45 and you lose. Because these defensive players, I mean, he's the 3rd best player on that team. And guess what? They said Kelsey hurt.
You know, I was holding that. That's part of why. That's part of my pick. Hyperextended.
So your number 2 and your number 3 players not going to be on that field. That's going to be big.
That's big.
But I think that this is just, if it was week 2 or week 3, I would lean with Detroit because I think Detroit would have enough mojo. But here's the thing. I think that the Chiefs have too much time to prepare for this. It's going to be a high scoring, and the Chiefs are going to barely make it. I don't think they'll cover the spread. I'm right there with you, Phil. I don't think they'll cover it, but I got them nearly skating it out. And I'm gonna count on the veteran leadership of Mahomes. But this is if Mahomes had a bad will like the boy from Cincinnati, I probably better than him.
Yeah.
I had to lean towards the Chiefs, but I'm not too sure about this pick right now.
I'm not either.
I'm gonna roll it back.
Look, I'm going with the Lions on this pick. And here's why. You already brought it up, Travis Kelce. Man. Yes, hyperextended knee. I don't know if he's going to play in this game, right?
They haven't announced yet.
They haven't announced it yet. They already had it. They already had his knee checked. His ACL is intact, but it's a hyperextended knee.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks, dude. You're gonna need some time to get off that leg and let it rest and let it heal. I doubt he's gonna play. And come on, man, y'all saw how Patrick Mahomes was partying this offseason, man, after winning the Super Bowl. Come on, man, that spells Super Bowl hangover all over it. Not for the season, for this game, man. Patrick been partying. He had a kid. You know, man, he ain't got time for this, man. Juju's gone. Not worried about this first game. They're going to pull up the banner, celebrate. Chiefs going to lose this game. And they're going to lose because they got a bit of a hangover. Kelsey's not going to be out there dancing on the field. Who are their receivers now? There's a lot. A lot of issues here.
Detroit has a young secondary. So that's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, they had time to grow this defense, right? This is second year. Yeah. This is second year of Campbell. I think he's putting all the pieces in place that he needs. I mean, hey, they're the Detroit Saints, right? Former Saints head coach. I mean, not head coach, former Saints assistant coach. Bunch of them there, and they got some former Saints players. So, yeah.
Is this your bold pick?
Answer my question. Is this your bold pick?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites, at least for now. I don't know, that line may change once they announce Travis Kelce's out. That line may change, but yeah, right now it is a bold pick, 6.5 points. So, chalk it up, write it down, take a picture. Give up.
Okay. All right.
I
don't think it's a bold pick. I don't think you're off base here.
You don't think it's a bold pick?
No, Travis Kelce. I think. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that to be. I'm not saying it's not a bold pick, but I'm saying it because no Travis Kelce, no Juju Smith-Schuster, no Chris Jones, young defense.
It's the Super Bowl champs. They got 6.5-point. Vegas says 6.5.
This ain't college football, buddy. Stop it.
Yeah, but I don't think so, because Detroit's a good team. So I don't think it's a bold pick. I think it's possible.
Okay.
Possible. But I don't disagree with the pick.
It's fine.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's fine. It's not like we give out any cookies or anything for making bold picks. So
Okay.
But
I mean, I know the reason why I say that because
about it.
I reconsidered changing my pick. Now that you say Kelsey may not be playing, that's big. That's big
right see, this is why I don't like going first. That's exactly why I don't like going
I hate doing the analysis. Come on, Phil, do your homework.
No, I did not. The Travis Kelsey thing, I didn't hear about. I didn't hear about the Travis.
All right, man. Let's go into the next game. This is exactly why we make you go first.
Okay, that's fine.
Phil,
that's
you ain't
fine.
changing that, man. Hey, Mo,
no, I'm not going to change. I'm sticking with the Chiefs. I'm not betting against Mahomes. I'm not betting against Mahomes.
All right. Sunday.
Don's analysis.
Sunday, we got the Falcons at home against the Panthers, Don's favorite team. The Falcons are home favorites by 3.5. Phil, go first, and then you get the analysis after we go.
Oh, thank you. I'm picking the Falcons here. Carolina, rookie quarterback. I do think this game will be close. I have stated before, I think Desmond Ridder is good. That defense is coming up. I like Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Offensive line is looking good. The defense is going to be better. And Arthur Smith is a good coach, even though I think he's a little bit on the hot seat if they don't win. So I'm picking the Falcons here, but I do think it'll be close. I think what is it, 6.5? You said. I think they'll win by about
3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Okay, I think they'll win by 7. So I got 7. Falcons.
Okay,
yeah, by 7. Yeah.
Wow, he picking the point margin. Who you got, Don? Come on, go with the Panthers, man.
Hey, so once again, man, I did my analysis, and even though we're gonna have what's his name? What's the quarterback name?
Bryce Young. Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
No, the quarterback.
Oh, Desmond Ridder, the one you said
Desmond Ridder.
15 yards up the field.
Desmond Ridder, they're running the wishbone offense. I think that wishbone offense is gonna be pretty good. They got a nice running back. They just and I think that they're gonna run the clock and they're gonna control the ball with a tough defense. I think that wishbone offense is going to work for week 1. So I got
you got the Falcons winning?
The Falcons winning with the wishbone offense.
Wow. Well, did you pick the Panthers to win like 10, 11 games on the season?
It's early in the season. They're going to catch fire late.
Oh, they're going to catch fire. Okay, I get it.
And that wishbone offense is going to be a new pitch because I got them handing off at least like 15, 20 times,
And Brian Burns is in contract negotiations, and they haven't stated if he's going to play. So that defense might be a little bit in trouble. Yeah. So
okay. Well, I don't care if it's the wishbone, I formation. it can be run and shoot. I don't care what offense. Falcons gonna win this game, and it pains me to say that because I hate the Falcons, but I know a team has got a lot of talent on it, young talent on that worries me. Yep. And so I got the Falcons winning this game, and I don't think it's not going to be close. I think this Bijan Robinson kid is really going to show out in this game, and not just by running the ball, not just handing it off. He's going to show out in the passing game. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys have been seeing some of the highlights.
Who's going to pass the ball?
Desmond Ridder.
and Carolina just lost their number 1 receiver.
Well, I don't care what Carolina had. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they did, and that's why I choose. I did that. Good homework, Phil. Good homework.
Doesn't matter.
Well, you said Carolina's winning 10 games. I don't know where that's coming
from. People getting hurt early in the season. Okay. Calm down.
All right.
Week 1.
They wasn't winning 10 games that everybody was there. Doesn't matter. Anyway, next game, we got the Browns at home against the Bengals. The Bengals are 2.5-point road favorites. Phil, who you got?
It pains me to say this, right? And this is somewhat a semi-bold pick, but I got the Browns winning this.
Oh,
I got the Browns winning this. Let me
say it ain't so.
I got the Browns winning this. I think Joe Burrow still kind of hurt. Offensive line is still a little shaky. That defense, they've lost some things in the secondary, and I've spoken about the Browns defense. I like the Browns here. I like the Browns. I think it's going to be upset here. I think it's going to be close. So I'm taking the Browns here.
Wow. Drake said it best. These O's ain't loyal. Well, I mean, how you going to dish your man Burrow, man? I mean, you support Burrow all season long. You going to diss him?
I think he's still hurt. He's still hurt.
Man,
so I think he's going to be.
Where's
I
the
think
loyalty?
Browns defense is nasty.
Yeah, so. You're right. All right. Don.
Their defense was nasty last year and they were still trash. So let's keep that 100. I still don't know what the Browns are going to do as far as their identity until they figure out who they're going to be, because they have a great quarterback and they have a great running game, but one has to overshine the other right now. And I think that until somebody out flat beat the Bengals, and let's keep it 100. You don't crown somebody else, on their day off. And right now, the young man still said I'm gonna suit up. So right now, him on one leg is better than half the quarterbacks in the league. So and last time I checked, he still got 2 dogs as receivers that nobody can cover. So it's a race to 28. And last time I checked, Cleveland has not put up 28 points. but I got the Bengals putting up 28 points. And that's why they're going to lose.
What's the spread on this game, Marv?
Spread on this game, 2.5. Bengals.
Okay.
So, great point, Don. I'm going with the Bengals too. Look, the Browns going to have to show their coaching staff, not the players, the coaching staff have to show me that they know what they're doing and they know how to win. As far as I can tell, they don't know what they're doing and they don't know how to win. I'm not convinced.
Wow.
I'm just not convinced. Look, we've seen teams with a ton of talent, and the coaching staff hasn't been able to leverage that talent and get wins. Because to me, winning, it takes some of the little things to win, and they're not doing it. Period. You got Nick Chubb, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Myles Garrett. How do you not win with this team?
And a great tight end.
Deshaun Watson just got back.
I understand.
He just got back.
But when you had Jacoby Brissett, he should have held it down to Deshaun Watson got there. I mean, the Ravens got in the playoffs with 9 wins. Like, you couldn't get 9 wins?
9 tough wins.
9 tough wins. Now, I'm not trying to crap on the Ravens, but I'm just saying the Browns.
He was suspended. He was suspended 11 games, and they went what? 3-7.
He should have been well rested.
Yeah, they went 3-7.
He should have been well rested.
And then they went 3. He went 3-3 to end the season.
He was still allowed to be with the team. He was well rested. Stop playing with me.
I think y'all being a little tough on the Browns.
We played the Browns in the snow, and we couldn't throw the ball. We ran Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill all game and beat them.
On that tough defense that you're talking about there, Phil.
On that tough defense you're talking about. Yeah. and that's just winning football. And I'm just not convinced they know how to play winning football. Until I see it, I'm picking the Bengals. I don't care if Joe Burrow's playing on one leg.
Great point, Marv.
Great point. Okay. All
right. Prove it to me, Browns, and I'll pick you next week.
Some loyalty, Marv.
Yeah, you know me. Next slide. All right, we got Don's favorite team here, the Indianapolis Colts at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are 5-point road favorites here. Phil, your favorite team, Jacksonville, right?
Bold pick alert.
Bold. Hang on, let me sharpen my pencil.
bold pick alert.
I'm gonna change the ink for this one.
So I said the Jaguars are gonna win this division, right? But also I said Anthony Richardson is the real deal, right?
You hadn't even seen him play.
I've seen enough.
Let me give his analysis.
I've seen enough in preseason, right? I know this Jonathan Taylor, him not playing is a blow, right? But I don't like the Jaguars defense. I think, they're still going to be hungover from that playoff win last year. I still going to have the Jaguars win the division, but this is upset alert right here. I think the Colts are going to come out firing, playing hard, and I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Colts are going to pull away by 3 points, 4 points, 21-17 type of game. And I got the Colts winning. This is my bold pick of the week, the Colts over the Jaguars.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yep. I know Don is making the same bold pick, right?
So first of all, let's hey, I don't need you doing my picks for me, and I don't need you setting stage for me. And I claim my time back. Looking at this, if Jonathan was there, and this is just where you got the ownership getting in the way of being a winner, because the ego of, he's a billionaire. Let's keep it 100. But he for some strange reason, he has something to prove to Jonathan, and he doesn't want to pay that young man. And for that reason alone, you're going to make a young quarterback have to try to figure out too much during the first game. He hasn't had that much experience in college, and you was hoping that he would have a strong running back, some veteran leadership that could take some of that burden off of his shoulder. He doesn't have that, and until he gets that, he's going to struggle. Yes, he's a phenomenal player, but I think right now, until Jonathan comes back, they're going to be an average team. You're going to be a one-band show, and I hope that they don't get this young man hurt. If you're not going to have Jonathan on the field, then don't start him. Don't start him. You sit that young man for the whole year. Nothing you're doing makes sense. You drafted him, and then you don't want to pay the one guy. And everybody knows that when you win big because what? You got a quarterback on a rookie contract. And that means that you are able to pay somebody else. So who are they paying on offense in order for them to take that pressure off of that young quarterback? And right now, I don't see it. So as much as I would want to go with the Colts, and I think they have an electrifying quarterback, but no, the ownership is getting in the way of this, me picking and riding with them right now, because they did not seal the deal and get Johnson on the field in preparation for this game. So no. I say that all to say that, yeah, the Jaguars are going to win, but I think that we're going to see some phenomenal things from that young man during this game.
Are you done? Are y'all kidding me?
And Phil, that's not a bold pick. Trash.
That is a bold. That is a bold pick. That is a bold pick.
Oh,
the coach with a rookie quarterback. Bold pick.
Yeah,
that's a bold pick.
The ink on that.
That's a bold pick.
That's a bold pick.
That's trash. It's not a bold pick.
No. What's trash? Or the Colts? Are y'all kidding me? This team is a complete dumpster fire. Y'all need to stop it, man. If this team wins this game against the Jaguars, yes, that's a bold pick. Because this team has no business being in this game. Jonathan Taylor's not playing. He's unhappy. They're throwing a guy out that they couldn't even win in college. Yeah, he's a great athlete, but I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. I'm not convinced. I saw him play in Florida. I wasn't impressed. And the little bit I saw in preseason, like, okay, he didn't set the world on fire. This team is a complete dumpster fire. I got the Jags winning this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because there's not much of an analysis I can give you. They're a dumpster fire. The Colts are a dumpster fire. Jags win this game, period.
If the Colts, I just want everybody to know two things. If the Colts win this week, we are starting the segment when Marv was wrong. And I am going to cut up this audio and I am going to put it as a short, the exact thing Marv just said. If the Colts will come on, Colts. If the Colts win this week, oh boy.
Whatever. Woo. Next slide. I'm not spending a lot of time on it. You've been a lot of time on.
You've been harping on Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson was on a bad Florida team, right? The Colts are trying to clean up some of the messes. They got the old Philly coach. I've been saying
Next
this.
Slide.
They're not as bad. They're not that bad.
Next slide. We got the Vikings at home against the Buccaneers. The Vikings are 6-point home favorites. Phil.
I'm not spending much time on this. Vikings, the Bucs are clearly in tank mode.
They're a dumpster fire.
Well, they won a Super Bowl recently, so they're not. I mean, they're clearly they're
still got a lot of that
what
Super Bowl talent. They still got a lot of Super Bowl talent.
But they're telling us what they're doing, right? I mean, you bring in Baker Mayfield. They're probably going to trade Mike Evans. Chris Godwin's probably going to be sitting out for the whole year. They just lost their center. Is that for the year? So they're tanking. So I'm not spending much time on this Vikings.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you picked match your hat.
Watch you say a bold pick. The Bucks are going to win this game. Watch.
He not crazy. Go on, Don.
I'm not going to spend much time on it. I mean, I'm not. I think me and you, Marv, the only one that loves his quarterback. He don't even love his quarterback.
Only want to respect his quarterback.
He don't even respect his quarterback. 13 wins, and you talking about he trash, man. I'm not going to spend much time on it. You know, Vikings, and I don't even like the spread. I had him plus 10.
Well, Huntley took y'all to the playoffs, and you say he's trash. He went to the Pro Bowl, so.
Stop. I ain't say he trash. I say he's not the Ravens starter. Is it difference?
He went to the Pro Bowl.
There's a difference.
Dude, Huntley is not walking around with 13 wins in one season. I don't even think he got 13 wins in the pros and in college. So, look, there is no comparison. Stop it. He's not even on the NFL commercials with his shirt off and chains around his neck. That's Kirk. Anyway. Next slide. Oh, well, before we go to the next slide, let me make my pen. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Come on, man. It's the Vikings. 6-point home favorites. It should be more. I can hear that horn going off now.
It's the first week. They'll win by like 7.
Hey, they're going to be banging that cannon all game, man.
Yeah, man. It's yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. I think the Buccaneers are falling apart. So. All right, next slide. All right, here we go. We got the Saints at home against the Tennessee Titans. The Saints are 3-point home favorites. Phil, go first, man. I don't want you taking my picks.
It pains me to say this, right? But I have harped on the Tennessee Titans for the past couple weeks now.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Me and Marv have had, disagreements on and off air about Tannehill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 10 years of data.
10 years of data, which, we're about to have 11 years of data. So I think this will be the worst game of the week. Both teams are sloppy. I think this will be a sloppy game, physical game. But I got the Saints here winning. I think the Saints will win this by about 6.
6.
So 6, yeah.
Damn, you called it the trash bowl.
The trash bowl.
Wow.
Trash bowl.
Damn.
2 quarterbacks have shown you X plus years of data.
Yeah.
One was in a bad organization. The other one is just bad.
Wow. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Hey, so hey, you ain't been lying. They've been at it. Hey, man, y'all. Hey, we should tape before we tape this. We need to tape the conversations for us.
The pre-show.
Oh yeah, the pre-show. The pre-show. Yeah.
I tell you, boy, they can't stand. Hey, 10 years of data, my father Phil, 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years. Well, the way Tannehill
plays. Mom, you got a strong 10.
Yeah.
10 years of data. Hey, man, look.
I got the Saints winning this. It's not gonna be close. I got the Saints. I got the Saints winning this, and the reason I got them winning this because they got a solid quarterback. They have a solid quarterback, even though Marv don't believe it. He got a solid quarterback. I think he's going to execute, pretty well on this, and I think he's not going to lose this game. It's not even going to be close.
He's got 11 wins too, and Marv is trash as him too, I guess. 11 wins too.
11 wins. What you must be counting the past 2 seasons to get to 11, huh?
Still got 11 wins.
Oh man, that's why we don't have you working the register, because I don't know how you got to 11.
The money all jacked up.
Money all jacked, coming up short at the end of the night. I mean, where did you get 11 wins? I mean, Derek Carr didn't have 11 wins the past 2 seasons combined.
He's got him though. He's got him.
Okay.
He's with an unprofessional organization. Remember?
Okay. All right. Well, Saints Titans.
Get on track, Mom.
Yeah, let me get on track because I don't know what this guy talking about. Anyway, so the reason I'm going with the Saints on this, one, I'm a homer.
Goddamn right.
Two, we're at home. The dome is going to be rocking. That defense, the defense is going to be on point, and we're going to squeak out a win. I see us winning this game by 1 or 2 because Derrick Henry is going to be.
1
hey,
and
man,
2 plus 6.
it's going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be a dogfight. That this big bruising running back is going to wear us down.
Y'all
but defense is going to come
run.
up with some big plays.
Y'all good at stopping the run.
Not anymore. I told you, my defensive line coach, who to me was the architect of that defensive line is now in Atlanta. So that changes things. We weren't a good run stopping defense last season. And I think it's getting worse. So
Tennessee can't throw the ball. So
okay. I think they can. If Malik Willis was back there, they wouldn't be able to throw it.
I actually think what's the rookie they drafted? I think he's gonna get some playing time this year.
I doubt it.
Oof. Will Levis.
Yeah.
I actually think he's gonna get some playing time this year.
Next slide.
Next slide. It'll be Tannehill all season if he stays healthy.
More data.
And then they'll win the division as they normally do. More data. Next slide. Next slide. We got the Steelers at home against the 49ers. The 49ers are 2.5 point road favorites here. Phil. God.
You know what? I'm picking the Steelers.
What?
Yeah, I'm picking the Steelers. I like Kenny Pickett. Like I said, they went 7-2 to end the season last year. They had a hell of a draft, hell of a coach. 49ers right now, Brock Purdy is still hurt. Nick Bosa's in contract negotiations. 49ers Trey Lance thing, coaching, they're questioning Shanahan's coaching.
Wow.
I got the Steelers winning here. Steelers are going to be, like I said the Steelers are going to win 11 games. I think they're going to beat the 49ers. They got a stingy defense. I like the Steelers here. I got the Steelers by 10, actually.
I thought you were in love with Purdy. I thought you had Purdy.
Had him Purdy's still hurt. He's still hurt.
As the offensive rookie of the year, playing in 2 games last season. You had offensive rookie of the year.
He played in 9. So
no,
9. No, 9 games last year.
So you don't think Purdy gonna start?
I think he'll start, but I think he
starts and he finishes and he wins. It's
okay.
that simple, boys and girls.
Wow. Okay.
It's that simple.
That's simple.
That offense clicks when that man is in there.
Wow.
That offense clicks, and guess what? Contrary to what you just said, I'm surprised you so disrespectful that you just didn't do the analysis about the weapons that the 49ers had. And guess what? Troy Polamalu, he's not coming off of that sideline to help him out with defense, so them boys in trouble. And I got it. Watt's gonna be back, but guess what? He's on the end. And guess what we gonna do? They're gonna run it on his side.
So what weapons do the 49ers have?
Huh? He gonna play too aggressive.
What weapons do the 49ers have?
Listen to what I'm telling you. That when you play too aggressive on that side, they're gonna call the plays on that side. And I think that the way that he designs that offense, he got an answer for that.
Yeah, but the 49ers are a run-first team. Steelers stop the run. Great.
They get rid of the ball. They get the ball in the playmaker's hands.
All right. You two done?
I like
to claim my time.
Hey, Ma, hold on. No, I ain't finished that. I'll be claiming my time.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. You're right.
Listen, the Steelers are playing with people's hearts. That guy didn't play. You had a starting quarterback playing against third stringers, and he's doing great things during the preseason. Like you said, Ma, it's the preseason.
Yes, the preseason.
Allen Iverson, not the game. We talking about practice. This guy's killing it during practice. And now you think he's going to kill it during the game, during game speed. You're going to see when they start throwing them different type of blitzes at him and they say, turnover, and church money on the ground. I got him having 2 turnovers against the 49ers without their defensive player of the year.
Wow.
I yield my time back to you, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you for yielding back your time. Yeah, you're wrong. Steelers are gonna win this game. We know you. We know you making this pick on feelings.
Got hate in your heart, let it show.
Yeah, I know you got to hate your heart. We know you're gonna pick against the Steelers. We know you're gonna pick against the Pats. It is what it is. Tomlin is not on the hot seat. He's gonna win this game. He's gonna show out in this game with his new toys, and the Steelers are gonna win.
New toys.
He got new toys. He got new toys that he showed you last season as he won towards the end of the season, winning seven out of 9 games at the end of the season. That was starting off so poorly.
To lose. Everybody else was playing for draft picks. They should have been trying for draft picks
too.
They
got their
Stop
players.
Playing with me.
See. Don't play to lose. You play to win the game.
Yeah, and guess what? And that's why they didn't have good draft status.
Didn't Kenny Pickett go 7-3 at the end of the season last year? I didn't think that was against third string teams.
Like I said, once again, I'm talking. I need you to pay attention. That's against teams that were trying to play for draft positions. Stop playing with me, man.
Next slide. And here's
the thing. Here's the thing. What I'm talking about, y'all two clowns trying to get on my nerves with this damn Steelers talk, man. Listen, I'm gonna clown y'all every time you make a bad pick about the Steelers.
Next slide. We have the Commanders at home against the hot, stinking dumpster fire Cardinals. The Commanders are 7-point favorites, home favorites, 7 points. I mean, are they really that good? Phil, please tell me you're going with the Cardinals.
I actually considered it here, but the Cardinals, I'm not going to spend much time on this. The Cardinals have shown their hand. They're clearly tanking, but I don't think the Commanders are going to win by 7. Historically, they always have problems with the Cardinals. So I see the Commanders winning by like 3 to 6, in between that range. But Commanders here. I'm not spending much time on this. You guys know why.
Don.
Man, Bieniemy gets his first win. Like you said, the Cardinals already showed their hand. They tanking in the beginning of the season. They have nothing to win. I mean, they have nothing. Who they got on their roster, man? Let's be 100 about it. I wouldn't be surprised if the fans start asking for their money back for this year, man.
They should.
It's no reason for them to show up in their stadium and watch them teams. Watch them throw games on purpose, because that's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch a team throw a football game. It's gonna be utterly disgusting. I hope the commissioner does something about this.
Well, I mean, like you guys said, the Cardinals already showed their hand when they cut Colt McCoy, who was there the past couple of seasons as a backup and filled in admirably. When the starter went down, and you cut him, and you trade with a team to get their quarterback, their third string quarterback, and that guy's potentially the starter. I got to look it up to see who is the starter.
Josh Dobbs.
It is Dobbs. So
Dobbs.
The third string quarterback who was with, was he with the Browns?
Steelers. Oh, Browns. I'm sorry.
He was with the Browns, traded for him, and made him the starter. This is the same guy that lost the game against the Jags at the end of the season for the Titans, a game that they had to win to make the playoffs, and he played poorly. Cardinals are trying to lose. I am not spending a lot of time on this. Next slide.
You spent a lot of time with that analysis.
I know. I realized I was talking too much about that. I was like, next slide. Let's get on. Now let's get on with this one. Here we should have our bold pick here. We got the Ravens at home against the Texans. The Ravens are 10-point home favorites. Please, somebody tell me you got the Texans winning this game. Phil, tell me.
I think the Texans will fight valiantly. I think it's going to be a learning lesson. New coach, rookie quarterback.
All right, you got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens. I don't think it'll be about 10, though. I think it'll be around 7. I don't think they'll cover the spread. So Ravens by 7.
You go try to piss me off.
It's the first week. I don't think anybody's covering the spread, actually.
We ain't talking about anybody. We talking about the Baltimore Ravens.
And you know how I feel about Lamar Jackson this year. So
yeah. We know how you feel about your own quarterback. Stop playing.
Yep.
you the quarterback whisperer?
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
I am.
Nope.
Not.
We got what 6-7 years of data on Lamar.
Yeah, half a
Terrible.
season,
Huh?
6.5 years.
Terrible.
Actually.
We got 10
Hey,
years of
better
data
than
on
both
Kirk
of y'all
Cousins.
teams put together.
Terrible.
Facts. Trash. Saints trash. Vikings trash.
Yeah.
Don't waste my. Hey, stop talking over my airtime, man. I'm playing my time back. Hey, Lamar coming in here with this new offense. I got this new mic, man. It's rather loud right now. Can I get my time back? Thank you. To the man with the Saints hat on.
The gentleman from Baltimore, you have to decline.
I think right now that the Ravens, they didn't kept the curtains closed, and now we get to unravel this package of whoop ass. I'm very excited about it. I like the fact that we have a whole bunch of weapons, and this guy, I want you to keep this in mind that he won unanimous MVP with a coordinator that didn't believe in the pass. And we didn't have the weapons to pass even if we wanted to. So I want y'all to keep that in mind as you watch this game and relish in greatness. Ravens by 20.
But man, stop it. I got the Ravens winning this game, but you're definitely not winning by 20. Stop it. Next slide. What was that?
Clown music.
Yeah, get the clown music rolling. We got the Bears at home against the Packers. The Bears are 1-point favorites, home favorites. Philosophical. This is tough.
If I had to do a second bold pick here, I'm gonna pick the Bears. I got the Bears winning this game. I like what the Bears did to free agency. I think the Aaron Rodgers leaving the Packers is going to be a hangover for them. So I got the Bears. I think it's going to be an upset. Bears winning by 3 against the Packers. So I got the Bears here.
Well, that is not a bold pick, Marv.
I said if I had to make a second bold pick, I would choose the Bears.
It's not even close to being a bold pick. And the Bears,
the Packers are clearly better than the Bears.
No, they're not.
Hey, Marv, repeat the line again, Marv.
The Bears are 1-point home favorites. So
if we looked at
it's roster, not an upset.
I'm speaking in terms of my opinion. I didn't take away your time, did I? I didn't dispute your picks. So I got the Bears.
All right, Phil. That's time. Okay,
minus Phil and his trash analysis and him trying to change what Las Vegas has already said. Hey, Marv, I thank you for setting the stage properly. Once again, we need his mic works, his headphone doesn't. This is not even going to be close. I got the Bears winning, and I got them winning by a touchdown. I think that this offense, along with the defense, is going to be an eye opener. I'm looking for Phils to have a breakout game.
All right. Yeah, I got the Bears winning. I told you the Bears were going to be my surprise team for this season. I got the Bears winning the NFC North, and I think it starts with this game here where Justin Fields shows you what he's got. He comes out, he becomes a really good passer. He's got 3 good receivers to help him out. I got the Bears winning this game. I don't know by how many points, but they're winning the game. All right, next slide. Broncos at home against the Raiders. Broncos are 3.5-point home favorites. Phil, you going with the Broncos as an upset?
Not spending much time with this. I'm picking the Broncos. I'm picking the Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not spending much time.
You're not going to spend much time. You don't like
the Raiders. The Raiders have clearly shown their hand too. Jimmy G, we all know we get out of that. I think it'll be a close game, actually. But I think the Broncos are going to pull it out. Russell Wilson's not washed. He's going to show you he's not washed. Sean Payton's a good coach. He carried that Saints teams. So not spending much time on this. So I got the Broncos winning.
I got the Broncos winning, but let's keep it 100. This is not going to be the game. I want to see them go through some true adversity because I got either Sean Payton getting fired or quitting. Whatever comes first. Whoa! I don't think that boys. I don't think that them two are going to gel. I don't think they're going to gel, but I don't think that this game is going to push them to the limits where they're going to have that confrontation about play calling and making decisions on the field. This is not going to be that game. But it's coming.
Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are going to go at it. That's what you're suggesting?
When they feel that pressure, we're going to see how it happens. Yes.
You know they just signed Sean Payton, right?
And you know they already paid Russ.
They already fired one coach after less than a season.
Yeah, so Russ will be the one to go this time.
Like, that
Russell will go.
I'll fire another coach.
No, they won't fire another coach over Russell Wilson. No.
Yeah. Okay.
So were they going to just pay? They're going to pay Russ? More to follow. I yield my time back to you.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, the gentleman from Baltimore, your time is up. I like to claim my time. Yes, I'm going with the Broncos here. Sean Payton knows how to win, regardless of who his quarterback is, regardless of what talent he has. He knows how to win. He's going to win this game against the Raiders. Talent doesn't matter. I don't care if it's Russell Wilson or Sierra out there. Broncos winning this game. Next slide. All right. I already know where you're going with this one, Don. We got the Patriots at home against the Eagles. Eagles are 4-point road favorites against Bill Belichick and his Patriots.
No. Against defending NFC champs. Go ahead and say it.
I'm just saying, right? No, I'm setting the stage right about Bill Belichick being on the hot seat.
Like you said about Philly, man. Put some respect on their name.
I'm putting respect on Bill Belichick's name and how you say the man on the hot seat.
Yep.
That's what I want to talk about.
He doesn't have a history of winning. You know?
What, 20 years of data on him?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to cash that in come Sunday. Let me know how it work out for you on Sunday. Bring all your Super Bowl rings with you. Let me know how it work out for you, partner.
No doubt. He can't roll the trophies out on the field. That ain't gonna get you a win. Who you got, Phil?
And you can look, and you can deflate all the footballs, and you can put listening devices in everybody's helmet, and let me know how it work out for you.
Yeah, you could take the playbook out of the trash can.
Everything.
I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning this.
Really, you had to think about that?
Well, I'm just trying to give some analysis, but it doesn't take much analysis on this game. I've said the Patriots are probably going to win 5 to 6 games this year. Juju Smith-Schuster went out. That is a major blow to their offense. Mac Jones, they seem to not like him. There seems to be an issue there. Like I said, Belichick's never going to be in a hot seat until he retires. So I got the Eagles winning this probably by 10 points, if not more.
Wow.
Man. Everybody's going to say Belichick should have lost this game. So he's not on the hot seat for this game because you got the defending champs at the NFC. So they're doing pretty good. I'm itching to see this Georgia defense.
The Philadelphia Bulldogs.
Right.
Man, hey, them boys are stacked. Matt Jones.
I know.
Son, ice up.
I feel sorry for him. Ice up, Mac. Get ready. Get ready mentally, Mac. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look, hey, man, I'm with y'all. I got the Eagles winning this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think Bill Belichick could keep it close. He knows how to win, but he ain't winning this one.
Fine close.
What's the spread on this?
Eagles by 4, and I think that's about right.
Okay.
Hey, 4 times 3.
I had it 10. A field goal and a touchdown. I think that's about where it'll be.
Hey, 4 times 3, man. Stop playing with me.
I think it'll be close. All right, Next slide. Chargers at home against the Dolphins. This one should be a good one. Chargers are 3-point home favorites. Bill.
I like the Dolphins here.
Oh, okay.
I've picked the Dolphins to win 11 games. I'm not going to rehash why. I think this game will probably be game of the week. 2 high-powered offenses. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. But I think the Dolphins are going to win this week.
Okay. Don.
Last time I checked, is anybody on the field faster than the cheetah?
No, sir.
Okay, then. Miami by 7.
Well, I'm gonna go along with you guys. I think the Dolphins are gonna win this. I mean, hey, it's the first game of the season, so Tua should be able to play. But whether or not he's gonna last the entire season, That's what I question. So
Facts.
I got
And
the
I will
dog.
say Jalen Water was questionable, which is a little bit scary too. So
Yeah. All right. Next slide. Seahawks at home against the Rams. Seahawks are 5-point home favorites. Now, Phil, I know you're in love with the Rams. Please tell me you got the Rams winning this game.
this is my second bold pick.
Oh boy.
This is my second
The
bold
first pick was
right.
not a bold pick, but continue.
It was the first. It was. I take my time back. I got the Rams here. I've said this before. There's no way Rams are going to have two bad seasons. I think they're going to pull it. I think they're going to pull it together. I am a little bit scared about this Cooper Kupp injury. That scares me a little bit, which I went into this pick, but I believe in the Rams. I believe in their coaching staff, and I think the book is out on Geno Smith. So I'm going to pick the Rams here by a close game, 3 points, field goal. I think it's going to be a last-minute field goal here. I think it's going to be a close game. Wow. Rams.
Don.
Once again, Phil analysis is trash. Let's open up with that remark. First pick was not a bold pick, and this is not. And I don't even call this a bold pick. I call this a desperate pick because you're trying to create some separation, and you hope that somebody's going to help you. Nobody's going to help you this week, and I thank you for creating, being a self-select as you started, pad yourself at the bottom of the scoreboard. Because there's no way that you're going to win this one. Geno and them at home, the 12th man is going to be in full effect. And I got Geno and them winning by at least like 7.
Yes, sir. I got Geno winning this too in the Seahawks. I mean, look, I told you before. Yeah. Stafford's there, Sean McVay, Darnold. They're all there. Cooper Kupp, maybe not there. But the 3 guys that I named, they ain't motivated. Darnold and Sean McVay were talking about retiring.
They gave them all new contracts.
Well, I'll come back to
more reason not to get hurt.
Yeah, all more reason not to get hurt. Guaranteed money, yeah, I'll show up too, but I ain't motivated.
Okay.
Facts.
Yeah, thanks. I'll come sit. I'll try a little, but I'm not trying to win a Super Bowl.
We call that cashing game checks, folks.
I'm gonna add this to the list of when Don and Marv were wrong.
Okay.
These boys are showing up to cash in game checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they're not out there to win. They had to be convinced to come back. Yeah. I'm not convinced in picking them.
Yeah, they just trying to put hot asses in seats in the stadium.
Yes, sir. Next slide.
Okay.
Giants at home against them boys. This is the Sunday night game. Them boys are 3.5-point road favorites in New York. Phil.
This is a hard pick for me, but I'm gonna go with it, right? And I've harped on this quarterback. But I'm gonna choose him this week. I'm gonna pick the Giants.
Okay.
Here. Saquon Barkley coming back is important. I'm a little skeptical of their receiving core. I like Darren Waller. That'd be a good move for them. I like their defense. And I think the Cowboys are going to struggle this year. We talked about a little bit about the Cowboys not making the playoffs. We got Mike McCarthy calling plays. They lost offensive coordinator. Their defense will be okay, but I losing Ezekiel Elliott, Pollard come back from injury. I just don't think that's enough. I think they'll take a step back. But I got the Giants here this week.
Been playoff Danny, eh?
Yeah. Playoff Danny got paid, man. Let's keep it 100. So I'm going with the Giants too. You gotta go. You gotta play against the Giants at home. That's gonna be a tough game. And open it up. And then here's the thing. Here's the part that I want everybody to pay attention to. You have the head coach who's gonna be calling offensive plays. So he's going to be so deep in the knife fight that he cannot manage the game. So he's not going to be able to manage the game effectively. And I think that when it comes time to make crucial decisions, whether it's on defense or offense or how they want to play clock management as far as the defense or clock management on the offense, I think he's going to bumble that because he's going to be too deep in the knife fight. trying to figure out whether he wants to be a passing team or he wants to be a running team, and trying to figure out that defense that New York has. I think that's going to be pivotal. I got the Giants winning by 3 points.
Okay. And so I got the Giants winning this game. You know, I told you guys the Giants are winning this division. I think this is a team coming of age against a team that is fading back, that needs a bit of a reboot. And I don't think just Mike McCarthy taking over the play calling is enough. I think they need to do something different or get some better draft picks in to help them out. But I got the Giants.
Ball, Marv?
Is Pollard playing?
I
don't know.
Exactly.
I got to look that up. I'm not sure if Pollard's playing in this game. So, yeah, I got the Giants winning this game. I think they're a team coming of age. I know you guys don't believe in playoff Danny, but I think playoff Danny is going to do something.
He's going to do just enough. I think when Barkley decided that he's going to take that money and he was happy about it, I didn't agree with the deal, but if he agreed with it, that means that's water underneath the bridge. They'll deal with the next contract next year. I think they can move forward. And like I said before, they was a dynamic duo together. I think they franchised the wrong person. But hey, the money situation is over with. Now they just gotta sit back and play football. And I think them two together, along with that solid defense, yeah, you're right, Mom.
Yeah.
Too much for the Cowgirls.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, we got the Monday night game. We got the Jets at home. Aaron Rodgers' debut at home against the Bills.
Bills. Marv, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, Marv, but let's set the stage right. We talking about that. We talking about the self-proclaimed defense that's better than the 85 Bears. Did you hear that talk about that? They talk about that defense better than the 85 Bears. Oh, they didn't already came out and said that.
Who, the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, man, stop it.
That defense, that's why I said we got the best quarterback in our defense. We're in the process.
That defense is nice, but let's not get carried away.
Bears.
Let's not get. Don't interrupt.
That's on wax.
That. Don't interrupt me with that foolishness. That's foolery. the Bills are 2.5 point road favorites here. Philosophical. Who you got?
I took some heat for my Bills take, but they're not winning Monday. So I'm picking the Jets on this one. Self-explanatory. Aaron Rodgers. Let's not forget, his years of service and data in the NFL. Revamped offensive line. Their defense is going to be nasty. I think they're going to be probably top 5 in defense. They've revamped the wide receivers, and they are also talking about trading for Mike Evans. Run game is good. So I got the Jets winning here by about I'll say about 7. So Jets beating the Bills by 7.
Pete's Don.
Back to life, back to reality. Hey man, you can play all of that Brett Favre, that analysis. Hey, I was in deep meditation and I decided to do the right thing and take my talents and play with the Jets. Man, no, one person is not going to make that much of a change. The Jets are a losing organization. They trying to act like they got some swag and it's just not there, because if that swag was there, they would have won more games last year.
Terrible quarterback play.
As bad as the quarterback play was, I still think that the swag that defense, for them to think that they that solid. Hey, trust me, I didn't play with a terrible quarterback. Kyle, I should have been a bowler. Trent Dilfer, come on, man. So you can't be all of that on defense if you can't control the game. So that defense is talking a lot of trash. Like the Bills ain't gonna come in and ring that cash rest on them. I got the Bills thumping them real good in New York. Wow. So that's my analysis. Because you shouldn't have gave him that. You shouldn't have gave him that bullet boy material. Because here's the thing, you're not that good. You haven't done nothing.
Wow.
You haven't done nothing. That defense is not as bad. That defense is not as good as they say they are. Because if you was, you would have won more games last year. You
What have
was
the
hot
Bills done?
trash last year. You
What have
was
the
hot
Bills done?
trash last year. What?
What have the Bills done? Have they won like Aaron Rodgers has won? Has Josh Allen won like Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers didn't win nothing last year. Stop playing with me. He was
That's 1
trash.
year. That's 1 year.
That's 1 year too many. And guess what? It's back to
Wow.
back. Yes. Wow. I said it.
Ooh,
I said
okay.
it. He got one receiver. He got one receiver. And last time I checked, didn't he have a guy named Adams that he was doing too at one time?
Josh Allen's got one receiver.
No. Brett Favre. Didn't he just have one receiver and he supposed to light up the league? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. I got the Bills restoring reality to the NFL that, one person is not going to come over and make that much of a dynamic change. So the Bills, I got to win it by 3 in New York, that trash stadium.
All right. The gentleman from Baltimore, your time has expired. Let's move on. Let's talk some reality here. Aaron Rodgers makes the Jets contenders. The Jets will be good with Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. It's a matter of whether or not he can stay healthy, whether or not he doesn't decline as the season goes on. So,
O-line.
First game of the season, I got the Jets winning this game. They're going to surprise the Bills. The Bills aren't ready for what the Jets got. They're a young, up-and-coming team with an old veteran quarterback who just has to hold it together to complete the season. My concern about Aaron is whether or not he's motivated and whether or not his body will allow him to finish the season.
He's been motivated. He's been playing.
Listen, so here's the thing that you better watch during this game is Aaron hates 2 things. 1, being put on his back, and 2, when receivers drop his passes. So
yeah, but Aaron was also considering retirement. And when you considering retirement, you're not all in.
Wasn't Tom Brady considering retirement before he went to Tampa Bay? And they won the Super Bowl with the same team.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wanted to be paid.
Matthew Stafford was on a bad Detroit team. He left
none
there
of these guys
the Rams.
None of these guys were considering retirement. They wasn't considering ending their career.
They wanted to be on a better team.
Considering retirement because Green Bay wouldn't trade him until they got what they wanted to get.
No,
right?
That was a power move, man.
It was a power move. It was a power move. He didn't want to retire.
But he wasn't.
He just didn't want to come back to Green Bay.
No,
he didn't want to go back to Green Bay.
It wasn't even that. He was always leaving. Green Bay didn't want him. They wanted him out. They wanted to get rid of that contract. That was always a part of it. He didn't know if he wanted to play anymore. That's why he went into darkness.
Fair compensation for him too.
Yeah, and they wanted fair compensation. I think the Jets was always going to give him whatever they wanted, but he went into darkness. He had to think about whether or not he wanted to continue to play. when he did that, he went into darkness. That's what he called it. He's going into darkness, and he's going to think about whether or not he wants to continue playing. And that's when
Kyrie Irving.
But that's when the Jets had to reconsider. That's when the Jets were like, well, we're not giving you a top draft pick when we got a guy that's not even sure if he wants to play. And then we might only have him for 1 year because he may retire the next year.
1 year.
Yeah, they may just have him 1 year. So I'm not sure if Aaron's totally motivated. So we'll see. The season starts, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. And so let's just go on and wrap this thing up, man, and tell our listeners, man, well, hey, look, you tell us what we're right, what we're wrong. I know I was right. You can give me all the credit. It's all good.
Trash them on the comments, please.
Whatever, man. Yes. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.